Hello there, I'm Iris, and welcome to Powered by Voice. With over 12 years of work developing leaders and mentoring teen girls, I'm excited to extend my reach by helping you power your voice as a platform, not a performance, so that you are truly seen and heard. Join us. Well, hello, and welcome to Powered by Voice. My name is Iris, and I'm glad you have joined us today because this is a topic that touches everyone. Have you ever heard the saying, the only thing that remains constant is change? Ain't that the truth? We often think about change as something that happens to us, but today we are considering the kind of change that you create just for you. So let's get powered. Last week, we talked about validation and how we run the risk of losing our voice when we are invested in what others think about us. And just like that, life imitates art. Let me tell you what I mean. Here's a short story. As women, we are very invested in our hairstyles and having good hair days. Am I right? Our hair has the ability to make or break our day. As for me, I am a very low maintenance person when it comes to beauty. I'm not into spending lots of hours on hair and makeup. So many years ago, I decided to go for braids as my go-to hairstyle. Yes, it takes a minimum of 4 hours, which is a long time, and often it's much longer than that, depending on the style, but you're set for 6 weeks when it's done. And I truly mean set. There is no blow drying or curling or even combing to do. I wake up in the morning and voila, ready to go for the most part. It truly has been one of my power moves. It takes me no time to get ready if I have to move quickly. Well, it's been 10 years since I made that decision, so needless to say, I'm attached to my braids. Then COVID comes along, and hair salons are closed for months. I eke it out. It wasn't pretty, but I made it through. Then something happened. I began to think about a change. I guess it was all those changes that we had to make, didn't have a choice in the matter, that got me thinking. Maybe I should try something new. But that's about as much as I did. Think about it. A fleeting thought here and there over the last year. That was it. Then one day, perhaps 6 months ago, my hairstylist suggested that I make a change, perhaps a cute twist style, she said. I pretended I didn't hear her. I wasn't ready. Imagine that, not ready after 10 years. On this one thing, my hair, I had become a creature of habit. I thought to myself, so what? There could be worse things, and I am constantly making changes and suggesting creative new ways to do things in my work, so that's enough. Surely that counts. Fast forward to last week, I'm in the chair, the salon hot seat. My hairstylist washes and dries my hair, then says, "Okay, Iris, let's talk." Oh gosh, this can't be good. That line is never a good thing. She begins to talk to me softly but confidently about making a change. Only her intent was not to convince me. In her commanding yet endearing way, she told me that we were going to make a change today. I felt like a little girl. She basically took me by my hand, led me where I didn't want to go, and announced that today was the day. My eyes got so big as I thought to myself, surely she doesn't mean today as in this day right now. Now, you must know this is a woman that I have known for over 20 years, so I trust her. She has a relationship with my hair, and it's been a good one. Yet here we sat at a crossroads because she wanted me to grow. She proceeded to talk to me about the style she recommended. Talked to me about many of her clients that were making changes. That did zero to make me feel better. All I could manage to say was, "Are you sure? I don't know." She kept calm and told me that it would be okay as I sort of panicked without freaking out. What was I afraid of? She asked me that. I didn't really know, except that my hair had become a part of my identity, more than I knew. And to change it meant that I had to be ready to see myself in the same way, the essence of who I am, despite a change in my appearance. What if I hate it? What if others hate it? Ah, there it was. A small part of me felt sensitive about my image. That was a sure sign that I needed to let go of whatever I thought that image was doing for me. As I sat wrestling with those thoughts and staring into the distance, she went right about her business of prepping for the new do and calling on Jesus to help us. No, literally, there she was. Lord Jesus, please help me with this today. I need this to work. Okay, are you laughing? It wasn't funny at the time, but it is now. It's so good to be able to laugh at yourself because I have to say, it was somewhat traumatic for me. It's interesting the things that we hold on to as a security blanket without even knowing it. Well, I survived it and liked what I saw in the mirror when she was done. I felt naked but whole. And in the days since, I've been in my mirror taking a fresh look at me. I am changing what's important to me and getting even more comfortable with who I am. It's a constant and beautiful process. I'm so glad she convinced me that this would be good for me because it has been good for my soul, a reimagining of myself and the things to come. It's interesting how your voice calls out what you need at any point in time when you are quiet enough to feel the current, the winds of change, and you have others around you to walk you to that next destination. My hairstylist of all people. Isn't that cool? So what about you? Is there anything that you've been putting off? Anything that you need to change? To help you on your way, I've pulled a few life-affirming quotes for your consideration from some very wise women. Let's start with Maya Angelou, who said, "If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude." So there are many situations in life that are beyond our control, right? Except our attitude gives us the ability to change how we see things. It is simple and a powerful concept. So exercise your ability to change by seeing differently. Shannon L. Adler says, "Every woman that finally figured out her worth has picked up her suitcases of pride and boarded a flight to freedom, which landed in the valley of change." That's a mouthful, isn't it? Here's my take. You are best dressed when you know your worth, know your worth, know your worth. It prepares you to walk away from things that don't serve you well. Here's one from Helen Keller. "A bend in the road is not the end of the road unless you fail to make the turn." So think about it. Life is more twists and turns than straight way, and it's better when we make the turns that we can make without resistance, while also not being afraid to make waves. And finally, this one from Madeleine Albright. "What people have the capacity to choose, they have the ability to change." That quote reminds me of a witty cartoon of a little angel saying to God, "Don't look at me. I was against free will." We all have a love-hate relationship with free will from time to time, but the freedom that it brings is truly a gift. So exercise your ability to change more often than not, even in the small things like changing your hairstyle. So let's reflect using our mantra. 3 simple questions we ask of you. What are your first impressions of today's discussion? How does this make you feel? And what sparked your curiosity? Until next time, ciao for now.